Barbershop, get my steering wheel out the shot. Barbershop conversations, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So this is just a conversation, and the next video I do on this will have your comments in the conversation in my next video. How will Adrien Broner beat Manny Pacquiao? Or excuse me, not how will he beat him? How can he beat Manny Pacquiao? I looked at the line. Was it minus 275 and plus 235 for Adrien Broner? So Vegas has it pretty close. Vegas has it. I thought it would be bigger odds. I thought it would be like similar to Mikey Garcia's odds. So they obviously think at this stage in Adrien Broner and Manny Pacquiao's career, Mikey Garcia is better. Well, it's at different weights too, so that could play a huge part in it. But how can Adrien Broner beat Manny Pacquiao? And this is just me, just off the rip. I'm gonna watch their fights next week after Caleb Plant's fight. I'm gonna watch a lot of Caleb Plant stuff and Uzakaki this week, but next week I'll be on it. Here's what I think. Manny Pacquiao is fearless. I've never seen him timid in the ring, with the exception of Floyd Mayweather. That's the only fight where I've seen Manny Pacquiao timid to go in and finish a guy off and don't give a damn about what they got coming. You know, so I don't think, even if Broner has a great jab next Saturday, fight night, I think it's going to have to be some hard stuff. I think it's going to have to be timing and punch placement. I think timing and punch placement is going to be a huge indicator of where Adrien Broner is. I don't think he can, in my humble opinion, I don't believe Adrien Broner can out-volume. And when I say out-volume, I'm talking about angles. I'm talking about footwork. I'm talking about punch count. I'm talking about punch accuracy. I'm talking about volume of punches, landing punches. I don't think, based off of Adrien Broner's recent history, I don't think he can outdo none of Manny Pacquiao as it relates to that. But I do think he has the chance to, you know, what Danny Garcia did to Sean Porter. When you watch that fight, you realize it was a much closer fight than what it really was. You know, Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. He landed the cleaner, harder shots. You know, and I think Adrien Broner is going to have to give him some fake stuff early. Like, you know, well, you guys know, some fake stuff, some fake angles early. Slight stuff, nothing major, nothing that you're going to see on TV, nothing that you're going to be like, oh, it made a difference, but maybe he's going to have to feint the first 3 rounds, and round 3 he don't feint. He just goes with the right hand. You understand? Because he was doing a lot of feinting on Mikey Garcia, and Mikey Garcia was going with the feints. You know, and we saw Mikey Garcia get hurt to the body a little bit against Adrien Broner, Mikey Garcia. So Adrien Broner carries a little bit of pop. I'm not sure if it's one punch pop at 147, but I know he can stagger you. I know his conditioning will be good. The reason why I believe his conditioning will be good, or Adrien Broner is just born that way. The reason being because Maidana he had some good, really good rounds late, between the Sean Porter knockdown, finishing strong against Maidana, and recently against Jesse Vargas. He's finished strong. Maybe it's just something that he's just built to do. You know, maybe it's just a part of his makeup. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I don't think he'll have a problem finishing him. But he's gonna have to land something. I think even if it lands on his shoulders, I think it's important, but it has to be hard. And I was watching his earlier highlights, and he was doing a lot of pity pat shit. You know what I mean? The stuff that looks good, and maybe he was just doing that for show. And I'm glad, I believe he was doing that for show, because I saw some footage, whether it was on Ellie's page or whether it was on Instagram or whether it was in 24 Access, whatever it was. He was landing some hard stuff, And that's the stuff that's going to get him paid. That's the stuff that's going to stop Manny Pacquiao in his tracks. Like, I think I can't do that. I think I should feint. And he might even hesitate. And when he hesitates, Broner got to throw some lead shots. I don't think Broner's jab is going to be cool. It's going to be cool. But I think, oh, he's right hand. I think that hook. I think if he leads with hooks like Danny Garcia, he can lead with hooks and punch down with his right hand. So hook, punch down with his right hand, because Manny Pacquiao will be a smaller fighter, and Manny Pacquiao comes in, you know what I mean? And maybe he can feint him to one side in the first 2 rounds. If you guys been in the ring, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. To people who've never been in the ring, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But you can do this and make people think that you're going to feint him, and then you just combo him. But it's nothing but his jab. I think when he freezes Manny Pacquiao, fuck the jab, go power, 2-3, pow, 2 basement, to the basement and down, double down with your left hook. You know what I mean? I think those are the type of shots that's gonna, 1, get Manny Pacquiao's attention and respect, and 2, potentially win the fight. Manny Pacquiao's gonna be everywhere. And the moment and this is just Manny Pacquiao that I know, the moment Manny Pacquiao puts on his gloves in a locker room, he smells blood. I've never seen Manny Pacquiao not aggressive. Floyd Mayweather is just an outlier experience, man. You might as well throw the Floyd Mayweather fight away against everybody. You know what I mean? Because there's nobody like him. Outside of Floyd Mayweather, he just does something. Manny Pacquiao, the moment the fight is signed, he's just aggressive. I've never seen Manny Pacquiao not aggressive. He was tired against Jeff Horn. He fatigued down the stretch against Jeff Horn. We saw him lean against the ropes, and that hasn't happened often in Manny Pacquiao's career. But I believe Manny Pacquiao will be in shape. He's back at Pan Pacific Park, running at Griffith Park, 5 o'clock in the morning, doing his typical things that's actually worked for him. He has Freddie Roach. He didn't have none of, oh, maybe he did, but I thought he trained for the most part in the Philippines as it relates to Jeff Horn. I could be wrong or I could be right, but at the end of the day, he's back in his normal algorithms, which I think is important for him. Obviously, Manny Pacquiao is a favorite. Personally, Manny Pacquiao is the favorite for me. If you put a gun to my head and say who I got to pick, I would say Manny Pacquiao. If you say who are you betting, if you had to bet with your heart, I would say Adrien Broner. I think he can force. No one can force Floyd's hand in anything. But I think the court of public opinion would clamor for that fight sometime in September or October, and that fight will be sold out the moment they sign the contract. Fuck what everybody's saying on Instagram and social media and newspaper articles. That shit would be so much fun to cover. Oh man, it would be so much fun to cover, because now you can unveil the rug. Now you can pull the rug up now. You know what I mean? All the termites, the loose change, the food that you dropped, everything is unveiled. So anyways, man, I'm excited to cover Adrien Broner, Manny Pacquiao. I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight. I think we're in for something exciting. I think it's a great night of boxing that night. I believe Badu Jack is the co-main event against Marcus Brown. Whoo! Listen, that's a main event fight on Fox Sports 1. Marcus Brown against Badu Jack. That's a main event fight. And then we got Rashid Warren, arguably who has the fastest hands in boxing at 118, fighting for a world championship fight. Hopefully Rashid Warren is back. I just saw him fight in New York on somebody's card. Oh, it was April 21st card. I saw him fight. I don't know if that was his last fight, but that's the last time I saw him. Maybe he's fought on smaller cards regionally, but I'm glad he's back in the mix thing. I enjoy watching him fight because when he fights, he teaches me. You know what I mean? If you love boxing, you're going to love watching Rashid Warren do his thing, because you're like, oh man, I want to do that when I get to the heavy bag. I want to be able to slip punches and take them half steps and throw them combinations with lead hooks and get back to your double jab. You know what I mean? Like, Rashid Warren is that dope. I don't know if you like boxing that much, but if you do, I suggest you watch Rashid Warren fight on the. He's one of the co-main events for the Adrien Broner, Manny Pacquiao. So let me know, man. If I'm wrong, you guys have every right to disagree with me, and we'll talk about it in another video. It's gonna be a lot of videos as it relates to this fight. But I'm excited. I don't really need to charge my car, but I got to do some paperwork, so that's why I'm going to the charging station, just to do some paperwork, and because they have like an office with free Wi-Fi and it's full, so I gotta wait in line. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man, feel free to hit the subscribe button. I genuinely appreciate y'all. I love y'all, and we got a lot of stuff coming. My schedule is locked and loaded till January 27th. So if you guys have any questions for any fighters, join the Patreon. Send me the question, and I will ask your question, because as soon as you hit that send button on Patreon, it goes directly to my phone and my email. So barbershop conversations, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.